welcome back to Tarot Tats and Tea. This morning I'm going to share with you some books that I've come across over the last few days. Well, actually, it was the last week, the week before last, whilst I was in Wales. I picked some books up, and I have to say I'm quite impressed with them. Two of them I bought are for people who are wanting to learn to read tarot, and I thought that they would come in handy for my youngest son who is interested in going down this path. So I'll show you these two first. These two I purchased in the works in my hometown, and they were going for as cheap as chips really. This first little one, which is the Little Book of Tarot by Zana Eve Chown, was £3. Okay. Now this, I'll read the blurb on the back. Have you ever wondered what fate has in store for you? For hundreds of years, tarot cards have been used as a tool for divination and a way to shed light on life's questions and challenges. With the introduction to the 78 cards and their symbols, advice on choosing your deck, and tips on how to prepare and read your cards, the Little Book of Tarot has everything you'll need to gain your first glimpse into the misty realms of the future. What message do the cards hold for you? Well, this is good. Okay, it gives you the cards and their meanings. There's not tomes written. So, for instance, let's have a look. I've opened the card here onto the Fool. Okay. So, as an example, it gives you the information that the card is a major arcana. First of all, the tarot deck is made up of 22 majors and 56 minors. Then it gives us the major arcana, what are major arcanas. Then it gives us minor arcanas and what minor arcana are, definition of them. When it comes to this, it's, let's have a look here, did we part to the cards? Sorry, that's just an explanation of the card, sorry, not the actual card of the Fool. They've just used the Fool image there. But the actual, when we go to the major arcana and look at the Fool, it gives us a small description of the card and it gives us meanings. Now you have an at a glance section, which is upright and reversed, which gives you 3 keywords under each. And then there's a quote by William Blake: if the fool would persist in his folly, he would become wise. The sun shines as the young man sets off on his travels, wandering the world with a bag on his back, a flower in his hand and a dog at his heels. He is not looking at the path in front of him as he trusts life to steer him in the right direction, even if he steps over the edge of a cliff. The Fool suggests the start of a journey, either actual or metaphorical. It can speak of the need to explore, the desire for adventure. Reversed, it can point to the lack of freedom or someone who is childish and irresponsible. Remember, this could be someone you know, or it could even be you. So it gives you a very basic meaning of the Fool, and it sets you off on a path to get that basic understanding, okay? As we know, when you are more au fait with tarot, and the deeper you go, the more you can glean from a card. So it's not just the basics there, but what your intuition tells you as well. Albeit this does promote looking into the future, there is a small amount in here that talks about tarot for yourself and self-development. It talks about the game of tarot as it was originally a game. It talks about tools of divination, and very briefly at the back, I think it talks about the cards for your own self-development. But I do, as much as I like this, it's a quick referral guide. It's something handy to have in your back if you're travelling along, you've got a deck of cards with you and you need a quick referral, if you need your memory refreshing, and it gives you a starting point. But the one thing I just want to highlight is that, albeit it does promote divination and looking into the mists of the future, we have to remember that tarot is a tool that helps us to look inside as well, and to develop our own path going forward. The next book would be also something that I would give to a beginner, and this was £5 again in the works. And this is it. Okay, this is the Tarot Workbook, a guide to understanding card meanings and spreads by Rebecca Falcon. Find growth and insight. Tarot reading is an ancient and powerful divination method that can also be harnessed to explore and deepen your emotional and spiritual life. Brilliant. Through straightforward and engaging exercises, learn how to read tarot cards with and use them as a tool for personal growth. Within this workbook, you'll explore the meaning of the major and minor arcana, methods for understanding the significance of each card in the deck, essential tarot spreads and when to use them, and the ways tarot can help you to navigate your life. With real-world exercises and practice readings, reflection, prompts and art activities, all accompanied by full colour illustrations, tarot is a fun, accessible, innovative introduction to the cards. So, and I'd have to agree, there's plenty of room for making notes. The cards, as you can see, are in colour. So if you have your RWS deck with you, you can look at this and know that you can identify with it, you know. There's areas to put keywords down and symbols that you'd see, drawing the card for self-discovery and things, connecting cards. It really is very much a perfect guide for those wishing to learn the tarot. Like I say, it's £5 in the works. A book that I purchased for myself in the works is Herbal Magic Journal. As you know, and as you've seen, I love my herbs and everything else. And this is just sort of spells, rituals and writing prompts for the budding green witch. Now, budding green witch, or, you know, it's I'm not taken away from that title. I just feel that, would I consider myself a witch? Not particularly, but I love working with herbs. I love my little rituals. And I don't feel that I'm at a level where I could actually label myself, oh yes, Elaine's a witch. I like herbs. I like herbalism. Herbalism is something I would like to study down the line. And you know, the power of plants for medicinal use, the power of plants for food, the power of plants for cleansing. When we look at our sages, our rosemary, and we burn plants for cleansing, and little rituals. Yes, I do rituals, and nothing that would ever be put out there to harm anybody, but only to heal and cure. Okay, so let's have a look what it says on the blurb, on the back of this book. Become your best green witch through exercises and prompts for reflecting on and deepening your relationship with the herbal world. Aligned with seasonal cycles, the Herbal Magic Journal will help guide you through your year as a herbal ally. Explore spell work that helps you make the most of your herbs through tips and best practices for working with a wide variety of plants across growing zones. Sorry, the print is very small. Herbal lore, magical practices and astrological correspondences. Thoughtful writing prompts, reflection themes and intention setting. Creating a herbal sanctuary and working in a rhythm with and harmony. Working in rhythm and harmony with nature. So this is something that I will have by my side to reflect on, to read on, to make the correspondences between herbs and astrology, etc. And there's a lovely one here on meanings. So if you have like delphiniums growing in your garden, okay, for encouragement. Apple blossom, family, harmony and love. Acorns, carrots, figs, geraniums, pines and sunflower for fertility. Luck and money can be encouraged through the growth of acorn, basil, bluebells, buckeye, daffodils, honeysuckle, moss, nutmeg, pine and poppy. Lemon and sweet pea for friendship. New adventures, bay laurel, mint, myrtle and tansy. Angelica, bay leaf, fennel, ivy, lemon balm and marigold for healing. and cactus, dill, fennel, lilac, peony, rosemary and witch hazel for protection. We have fennel, lavender, pansies and rosemary for remembrance. Bay leaf, jasmine, strawberries for success. Carnations, daisies, lavenders, lemon, verbena, pansies, peppermint, rose and rosemary for romantic love. Irish sage and sunflower for wisdom. And chamomile, hyacinth, lavender and thyme for sleep. So it's lovely to have these little things, you know, there that can help you and guide you. And this is something, like I say, that I'm going to keep here on my bookshelf over here and work through. It might even be moved to my potting shed along with my foraging books. Now, another book that I saw, this one I actually ordered, it came up and, you know, when Amazon finds things that you might like and sort of gives you a nudge to say, here, come and spend your money, and you go, do I need any more books? And you go, oh, yep, I do. It's called Wildcard, Let the Tarot Tell Your Story. It's by Jen Cowney and Fiona Lensfeld. Every time you draw a card, you open up possibilities. What will appear? What will you see? What lessons could the card offer up? What aspects of yourself might they reveal? Discover the tarot with Wildcard, a friendly, funny and straightforward guide to each of the 78 cards, their stories and their meanings. At its heart, the tarot is a storytelling device, a deck of symbols and narratives that can spark conversation, inspire ideas and reveal new perspectives. And you don't need to be psychic to use it. It's a practice that is open to everyone. In this beautifully illustrated guide, tarot readers Jen Cowney and Fiona Lensfeld introduce each of the cards, drawing on literature, pop culture and their own experience, and encourage you to add your voice to this centuries-old tradition. Whether you are learning to read for yourself and others, refreshing your knowledge, or just curious, Wildcard shows you how the tarot can add a little bit of magic in your life. Caroline O'Donoghue, whose books I've read, it's just the right balance of cosmic mystery and straight-talking sense. Sinead Gleeson writes, a thoroughly modern and welcome reinvigoration of the Tarot Handbook. And Nina Stibe, a beautiful, playful, intriguing book. Jenny Crowney and Fiona Lensfeld are friends and tarot readers. They perform together as Litwitcher. Wildcard is available in German, Spanish and Turkish, and it's published by Bluebird Books. It actually looks like this is going to be fun. I think I'm going to have a nosy through this and see how I get on. And like I say, it's for everybody, not just a beginner, not just somebody who's curious, but for those of us who want to refresh what we know, how we see tarot, how we read it, and is there anything new that they can add to our own library here and here and here that we have when it comes to tarot. New stuff is always welcome. I love it. And I just mentioned Caroline O'Donoghue there. I don't know if you remember books that I had to look at here. There was Gifts Are a Curse, Hidden Gifts and Gifts That Bind. They were all books by this author. Teen lit, but I loved it. It was beautiful. Now, let's have a look any more about this. There's a lot of praise here and pieces written by other authors. As I say, Caroline O'Donoghue, Alice Tarbuck, Rhiannon Lucy Coslet, Sinead Gleeson and Nina Stibe. So contents, we've got Hello Friend, and I would imagine that's an introduction. Secrets of the Tarot, Suits You, the Cups, the Pentacles, the Wands, the Swords, Meet the Family, Major Behaviours, the Majors, Simple Readings, Practical Magic and Where Next. And then they've started with a little poem here, The Lovers. I was always afraid of the next card the psychic would turn over for us. Forgive me for not knowing how we were every card in the deck. And that's from Timothy Liu, Don't Go Back to Sleep. I was always afraid of the next card the psychic would turn over for us. Forgive me for not knowing how we were every card in the deck. Makes a bit more sense when it's read properly. Then it starts the question, what do you feel when you think of tarot? If you're frightened, don't be. If you're curious, that's more like it. The cards are not what they seem. In fact, they're probably not what you've been told at all. They don't really prophesy doom or promise glory, but they are magic in their own small way. Each one has a story to tell. Turn a card over and it can transport you to the past, illuminate the present, or ask questions of the future. It can help you to listen to the whispers of your subconscious mind, or hold up a lens through which to look at closer this time at the experiences that have made you who you are. Every card in the tarot is a wild card, a portal to the unexpected. Every time you draw your cards, you open up possibilities. What will appear, and what will you see in them? What lessons could they offer up? What aspects of yourself might they reveal? So that's wild card. And then a book that's neither tarot nor herbs. My husband and I like to read thrillers and spooky stories, but hubby's not a great reader, and we came up with this idea because I read every evening. I love reading. I said, get a book that you can read to me. So we started off with ghost stories, little books of ghost stories that not always great. I've seen this one. This again was another £5 one in the works. And it's Stories of the Occult, Supernatural Happenings and Strange Tales from Around the World by Jamie King. I don't know what it's like yet. I haven't tried reading it, but I will do a review of it if I think it's something that you would all like. Have you heard the tale of the black-eyed children? What about the monster that eats your dreams? Do you know about the witches that summon the dead? Filled with mind-bending stories of dark magic, terrifying hauntings and unexplained phenomena, the world of the occult has left us fascinated and fearful since ancient times. A spine-chilling compendium of strange and supernatural happenings from across the globe. Stories of the Occult delves into rich history of magic and intrigue, including hauntings and demonic possessions, deaths that have never been explained, witchcraft and satanic rituals, terrifying encounters with legendary creatures, spirits, ghosts and ghouls. Whether you're an occult enthusiast or simply curious, open this book to find mystical, mysterious and completely terrifying stories. By the end of the day, you may not know what to believe. So that's something to just get our teeth into and see how we go. So those are the books that I've got for you today. That's The Stories of the Occult by Jamie King. Wild Card, Let the Tarot Tell Your Story by Jenny Cowney and Fiona Lensveld. The Little Book of Tarot by Zana Eve Chow. Herbal Magic Journal, Spells, Rituals and Writing Prompts from the Budding Green Witch, and this is by Theodosia Corinth. And In Focus, Tarot Workbook, A Guide to Understanding Card Meanings and Spreads by Rebecca Falcon. So folks, I hope you've enjoyed this whistle-stop tour through 5 books, and I hope that you find something of interest in there that you might feel that you want to explore further. So today, here in Ireland, it's very wet and grey. So it's been a morning where I've had the window open, listening to that rainfall. I've carried out my meditation. My room is lit by candles and my reading lamp over there, and I am now going to do my draw of the day. So I will let you go on, enjoy your day. Do whatever you do, let it bring you good luck, good health, and just enough. Take care, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.